The Mallikarjuna Jyotirlinga at Srisailam Temple is one of the oldest continuously worshipped Shiva centers in India.
Its history combines mythology, Puranic tradition, epigraphic evidence, and political patronage spanning nearly 2000 years. The sacred geography of Srisailam. The temple stands on the Nallamala hills above the Krishna river. Ancient texts call the region Sri Parvata, Srigiri, Srisaila, Sri Parvata Kshetra.
Long before the present temple was built, the hill itself was revered as a manifestation of Shiva. Many ancient Indian sacred sites originated as natural worship centers around mountains, caves, rivers, and forests before formal temples were constructed. The Krishna river flowing below the hill is known as Patal Ganga, and pilgrims traditionally descend hundreds of steps to bathe there before worship.
References in ancient literature. The Vana Parva of the Mahabharata mentions Sri Parvata as a sacred pilgrimage destination. Pilgrims were advised to visit the mountain to obtain merit equivalent to major Vedic sacrifices.
Skanda Purana. The Srisela Khanda of the Skanda Purana provides one of the most detailed descriptions of the shrine. It describes the mountain's holiness, Shiva's manifestation as Mallikarjuna, and the worship of Bhramaramba Devi. Numerous sacred tirthas around the hill. The text transforms Srisailam from a regional shrine into a pan-Indian pilgrimage center. Why the name Mallikarjuna? Several traditions explain the name. Interpretation 1. Mallika represents Parvati, Arjuna represents Shiva. The combined name symbolizes the divine union of Shiva and Shakti. According to local tradition, Shiva was worshipped here with jasmine flowers, leading to the name Mallikarjuna. Some scholars connect the name with ancient tribal and regional cults that were gradually incorporated into mainstream Shaivism.
Earliest historical evidence. Satavahana period 2nd century BCE to 2nd century CE. The earliest historical references to Sri Parvata occur during the reign of the Satavahana dynasty. The region lay within Satavahana influence and became an important religious center connecting northern and southern India. Although no surviving temple structure from this era remains, scholars believe worship was already established.
Ikshvakus and early Shaivism. During the 3rd to 4th century CE, the Ikshvaku dynasty ruled parts of Andhra. Inscriptions indicate growing patronage of Shaiva traditions in the region. This period likely witnessed the construction of early shrines, the development of pilgrimage routes, and institutionalized temple worship. Buddhist and Hindu coexistence. An interesting feature of ancient Srisailam is that Buddhism and Hinduism flourished simultaneously. Nearby archaeological sites reveal Buddhist monasteries, stupas, and trade route settlements. For centuries, merchants, monks, and pilgrims traveled through the Krishna Valley, helping Srisailam grow into a major sacred center. Chalukya contributions 6th to 8th century. The Badami Chalukyas were among the earliest major patrons. Their contributions include structural temple development, stone architecture, and Shaiva religious institutions. Many scholars believe the core sanctum was significantly expanded during this period. The Kakatiya Golden Age, 12th to 14th century. The reign of the Kakatiya dynasty marked a major turning point. Queen Bhramaramba Devi is traditionally associated with patronage of the shrine. The Kakatiyas built mandapas, improved pilgrim facilities, sponsored rituals and festivals, endowed lands for temple maintenance. Many inscriptions from this period survives. The Reddy kings ruled after the Kakatiyas. Their contributions were enormous. The Veera Shiro Mandapa, one of the most famous structures. The Reddy rulers commissioned large stairways descending to the Krishna river. These steps are still used by pilgrims today.
Vijayanagara period, the greatest expansion. The temple reached its architectural peak under the Vijayanagara Empire. Krishnadevaraya visited Srisailam multiple times. His inscriptions record donations of gold, temple renovations, construction of halls and gateways. The towering Gopuram seen today largely reflect Vijayanagara architecture influence.
Shivaji's visit 1677. Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj visited Srisailam during his southern campaign. He spent time in worship, offered gifts to the deity, and supported renovation activities. The Mallikarjun Temple, nestled on Srisailam hill, is where Lord Shiva is said to have appeared as a Jyotirlinga, fulfilling a divine promise to his consort Parvati. Local legends describe Shivaji's deep spiritual experience at the shrine. Although some details are legendary, his visit is historically accepted. The Bhramaramba connection. What makes Srisailam unique is that it combines, according to Shak traditions, part of Sati's body fell here, making it one of the most important centers of goddess worship. The Mallikarjun Temple is a 7th century architectural marvel, a fine example of towering in shikhara and walls adorned with detailed carvings. These elements reflect the temple's historical and cultural significance. Temple architecture. The complex occupies approximately 2 hectares and contains massive fortification walls, 4 monumental gopurams, hundreds of sculpted pillars, numerous subsidiary shrines, ancient inscriptions, sacred trees and tirthas. Important architectural styles include Chalukya, Kakatiya, Reddy, Vijayanagara, Maratha influences. Thus, the temple is effectively a living museum of South Indian architecture.
Spiritual importance in Shaivism. Among the 12 Jyotirlingas, Mallikarjuna is regarded as especially compassionate. The Shiva Purana states that worship at Srisailam grants liberation from sins, blessings for family welfare, spiritual advancement, Shiva's direct grace. A famous traditional saying is, Srisaila Shikharam Drishtva Punarjanma na Vidyate, meaning, one who beholds the peak of Srisailam is freed from rebirth. One of the rare sites that is both a Jyotirlinga and a Shakti Peetha. Scriptures state that merely seeing the sacred hill of Srisailam grants immense spiritual merit.
Why historians consider Srisailam exceptional? Unlike many ancient temples that were destroyed, abandoned, or rebuilt repeatedly, Srisailam shows continuous worship for nearly 2 millennia, support from dozens of dynasties, integration of tribal, Shaiva, and Shakta traditions, preservation of hundreds of inscriptions, ongoing pilgrimage without interruption. For this reason, Mallikarjuna is considered one of the holiest Shiva shrines because it is one of the 12 Jyotirlingas and also a Shakti Peetha where goddess Parvati is worshipped. Mallikarjuna is not only one of the holiest Jyotirlingas but also one of the most historically important sacred sites in the history of Hinduism. Nestled in the Srisailam hills, the Mallikarjuna Temple holds a divine secret. This legend is etched in the temple's ancient stones. Their blessings endure.
श्रीशैल शृंगे विबुधाति संगे तुलाद्रितुंगे अपि मुदा वसंतम तमर्जुनम मल्लिकपूर्वमेकम नमामि संसार समुद्र सेतुम.
I bow to Lord Mallikarjuna, who joyfully resides on the sacred peak of Srisailam, where the gods assemble, and who is the bridge that helps devotees cross the ocean of worldly existence.
Om Namah Shri Mallikarjunaya Srisaila Shikaravasine Samsta Devanam Samstutaya Bhava Sagara Taranaya Namah Shivaya.